Hello, I'm Rihanna Strydom. I'm introducing myself all the time, but Strydom Family Wines, and we're based out in Stellenbosch. So this wine we're tasting now is called the Daniel, which is the Chenin Blanc. 2019 is now the 5th vintage of this wine, and it is named after my daughter, for those that was wondering. And the story behind it is not intentionally going to call the wines that we make after our kids, of which we have 3. But in this case it was Danielle sitting here, all of 12 years old or something, and saying, "Mom, why is there not a wine named after me?" And I thought, well, that's quite apt. I made this wine, didn't really have a plan yet, and therefore it's now called Danielle. And I think it's probably one of the strongest wines in our range. Quite a special wine, very special vineyard. Unfortunately not old vineyard status yet, but not far from it. So can't wait until we can put that on. So before I discuss the 2019, which is not in the market yet, but all ready to go, there's a few bottles of the 2018 left. And if you have a chance, and if you want to really make an investment wine and you believe in whites, there's definitely any of the Chenins you can buy. They in our portfolio, they're wines that age absolutely beautifully. So the 18, there's about 200 bottles left. So if you, as I said, if you're a big supporter, go for it. Get some of those for you. The 18 vintage, as all of my Chenins, even the first one when I released, I didn't release it after it was in the bottle for at least a year. Unfortunately, the 18 had to go in the bottle so soon after the 17 basically all was sold in the UK, and we released the wine very early. So if I look at the track record of the Chenin, the 18 is basically ready to drink now, and going into summer it will be quite good. All the wines, I'll basically discuss both together, the 18 and the 19. They're fermented in amphora, a 500 litre amphora, which is clear, and the balance goes into 500 litre barrels. We keep it on the lees all the time without sulfur addition, and just leave the wine to do autolysis and just keep them topped up so that they can stay fresh and keep their color and not start oxidizing. And we just let them lie there. So then we bottle after about 10 months in the on the lees, and basically wait for the wine to settle itself. After a year in the bottle, really it starts opening up. If you're going to open the wine sooner, I always suggest to people, drink half the bottle now, but drink the next half, the best part, the next day. And that's a good indication for me that the wine is going to age like I wanted to do. I've got great respect for the Loires, and if you think of Loire Chenin Blancs, they besides Chardonnay wines that age beautifully well, and therefore I suggest the aging on it. But back to the flavor of the wine. So having it in amphora, it keeps the wine very fresh and minerally. I don't pick at high sugars, so I don't want an alcohol basically over 13.5. Anything between 13 and 13.5 gives me a good pH for ageability and the freshness. Natural acidity. I don't do malolactic, so again I keep the wine quite fresh. So the flavor profile on the wine is lots of lemon, lime, a bit of strawiness, honey after time, the minerality that's basically protected within the grape. You get some oatmeal flavor, which is natural from Chenin Blanc. And yes, let me just check what else. Yes, in the 19, there's a bit of a different touch to it, because this wine's got a little bit of a lychee flavor to it, which is very interesting. It gives it a very strong tropical edge, and I'm sure it's going to evolve over time once the wine mellows it out. But again, what I said, let me taste what's in there. There's a lot of creaminess, and yeah, just a nice, lovely ending wine, and a wine that changes completely once you have it with more fatty food, which is like a steak for that matter. Believe it or not, this wine goes absolutely great with red meat. And once you do that, the floral flavors come out. That is white blossom floral flavors, which is fantastic on Chenin Blanc. Hope you guys enjoy it.